Yo, do you want to talk to the person who had the greatest NFL combine performance of all time? Huh. Well, don't worry. We got that interview for you right now with Taylen Green. He is not only an amazing quarterback who went from Boise State to Arkansas, but he's also championing the cause of quarterbacks not having to switch positions just because they're extremely athletic. We're going to break that down with him, get him on the hot seat, ask him all the boiling questions that you want to know about college football, the NFL draft, the NFL combine, and NIL, and we're going to have a blast with it. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a comment letting us know who you want us to bring on the show next, and also what you want us to ask Taylen and his fiance potentially in the future when they have them on the show. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Make sure you follow us on social media. Go find us on the Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and let's go ahead and get this show rolling.
All right, let's get to the opening drive. Taylen, you just had one of the... actually, I'm going to take it back. You did not have one of the greatest NFL combine performances. You had the greatest NFL combine performance of all time. You broke the broad jump and the vertical record for QBs, and then you had the second fastest 40-yard dash of all time for QBs. What was your favorite part of the NFL Combine?
That's a really good question. I would just say really after me and my family, both my parents went to dinner, and just breaking bread with them. I really haven't done that since really the season because I've been on my own in Orange County. I'll say that, and calling my dad after my first 40 because I was debating if I should run another one, and he was like, "Nah, bro, just go on the throw," and I was like, okay. And just the laughter within that. So I'll say those are definitely two of my most favorite parts.
Nah, you talk about, running that fast. And I got to tell you, I think you have the record for the 40. And this is coming from a guy that you displaced. You put me in third. Appreciate that. 'Cause I was in second at first, and I always thought I had the fastest because Reggie McNeil has the fastest combine 40 for quarterbacks at the combine, but I believe he actually went to the combine as a receiver. So I think you should have the number one. You should be number one in everything: broad jump, vertical, and the 40. And I'm willing to protest that with the NFL for you.
See, I appreciate that.
You said, listen, I got you.
He just wants his second place bagging.
No, maybe.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
This is about Taylen. We want him to get his record because he deserves that record. But
I agree.
Along those same lines, almost immediately after you tested, and broke all these records and had the greatest combine performance of all time, not just for a quarterback, but I think for any position, the discussion switched immediately from how impressive the numbers were for a quarterback to you switching positions. The New York Post talked about it, FanSided, NFL Network, NBC Sports, ESPN, Fox Sports. Everyone was reporting on it because, guys like Julian Edelman did it, Logan Thomas did it for the Commanders, and of course, Terrell Pryor, who actually played quarterback in the NFL, then switched over and became a 1,000-yard receiver, and I was his quarterback when that happened. But what do you have to say to the people in the NFL circles that think that you should switch positions from quarterback to wide receiver or tight end?
Just like Lamar said, I'm a quarterback. Draft me as a quarterback. I've always been a quarterback, and I've been getting those. Going into recruiting, people wanted me for different positions. I told them, no, I'm a quarterback. I'm not going to your school, and just always have that chip on my shoulder, to prove them wrong. And Lamar did at the next level and won MVPs, and we have the same college coach, so he's definitely prepared me for the next level, I believe. So
that is
true. Why is it QB or nothing for you?
I feel like I'm not trying to make this like a whole like race thing, but I feel like they definitely see my color and think I'm just gonna run or think I'm just a runner and really can't throw or process things. So I'm really RG3, I'm pretty sure you've been through that at this process too. So I was just trying to beat that stigma and just put everybody on notice that think that way. So
you talked about you and Lamar having the same college coach, and that's something that I don't think a lot of people truly pay attention to. How much in your development at Arkansas did you watch Lamar and learn from his game and see how he took it to the next level and became an even better version of himself?
And that's one of the reasons why I came to Arkansas and getting coached by Coach Petrino. Went on my visit. I thought we was watching Lamar film. I mean, what he did well, and also things he could do better at. Then when I got there, we were in spring and in the summer. We're still watching Lamar put ups of things that he's done and things that he's processing and seeing. So I mean, I watched a ton of Lamar Jackson.
Okay, when people say you're a day 3 QB but a day 1 athlete, do you take that as disrespect or do you take that as motivation?
Definitely motivation. Like I said, I always have a chip on my shoulder and been counted out a lot of times. But at the same time, of course, I want to go as high as possible. But at the same time, being in the right fit and in the right system, and always going to carry that with me and never be satisfied and to keep pushing. And I just want somebody that drafts me that truly believes in me as a quarterback. So.
Now, Taylor, not everybody knows this, but like, we've talked and I've had a chance to mentor you over the years and kind of help you with like how to attack defenses and how to learn an offense. And it's something I've taken a lot of pride in. And you've been extremely receptive to everything that we've talked about over the years. But when you talk about this position switch crowd, what do you think it is about your game that they're missing really on purpose because of what they saw at the combine with your measurables?
First, I appreciate you for taking the time to help me throughout my whole college career because I had a lot of questions. And I know you're busy, so I appreciate it.
No
But I
problem
mean,
at all.
honestly, just with everything that Coach Petrino puts on my plate, I mean, just I have to read the coverage, I have to read the D line scheme, the techniques. I gotta know what the linebackers are in. I gotta know what truly all 22 people are doing every single play. The run game was fully on me, pass game, and all that. So it was a lot that was on me, and he was gonna let me know when I messed up, and he was gonna and he was gonna let me know when I do good. So I would say definitely it wasn't no clean cut, just 1, 2, 3 read, pure progression read. It was definitely read the coverage, and it's like chess, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, because I know in talking to Lamar, I got a chance to be there with him for his first 3 years of his NFL career. Got to watch him develop and go win an MVP. And that's one thing that he told me. He said, "Man, people think I was in college reading half the field and just
Yeah,
like running around." He said, "But nah, with Coach Petrino, we was out there running an NFL scheme." So
I,
why do you think people misconstrue that with you when it comes to all the responsibilities that you had at the line of scrimmage?
to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I would say I definitely make some flashy throws and some flashy runs, but at the same time, I make some. I wouldn't say like boring throws, but I don't. I wouldn't say that, but I
I know
would
what you
say
mean.
like
Yeah.
just going through the offense. I mean, don't get me wrong. I definitely want some plays that I want back for sure, and learning and going through those plays. But I would say it's definitely a mix between those.
Where do you rank yourself in this year's NFL draft QB class?
I mean, of course, I got to stay first, and that's truly,
Duh.
that's just how I feel. I'm a competitor.
As you should. As you should.
Yes, that's the thing about QBs, man. Only one of us plays. So like
Uh,
if you don't think you that dog, then
oh yeah,
you in the wrong
you ain't
fight.
doing it right.
Right. So I know for me, when I was coming out, they thought I was a 4.7, 4.8 guy. I told Grete about
That's
this.
crazy.
I'm like, bro, what are they talking about?
How even looking at you they can guess that
I know.
or think that?
I'm saying. I feel like I
Did
looked.
they not see your thighs?
I thought I looked for one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought I looked for one. But when I was coming out, I was like, okay, I know there's a couple things that I can work on. I didn't have necessarily like the under center work at the quarterback position, so I really focused on that. So when I got to the NFL, it wasn't an issue for me. But for you, when you come from the season and you look at yourself and your game, like what are the areas that you're like, man, I really need to continue to improve in these spots so that I can be a franchise quarterback in the NFL?
Like you said, this first starts your footwork. If you don't have your footwork, I mean that's the foundation. Um, I'll say I really got to get better at tying my feet to my hands. That's when I made the most mistakes. I feel like last season was my feet are to the left, and I'm trying to throw right. That's no bueno.
Yep.
I would say that. In the Senior Bowl, my recall and just commanding the huddle. Just getting all my troops. We really didn't huddle a lot in college.
Right.
It was just go fast. So getting the play call, having it with a certain tone and a certain confidence that making everybody believe this is going to score, even though it might be just a run play. I would say those two, and of course under center 7-step drop, and yeah, I would say those three.
Yeah, you had mentioned.
If he didn't respond, if he didn't explain what tying feet to hands is, I was smooth gonna ask me like, what the hell is that? Because I might need to work on that too.
Oh, yeah. You got to tie your feet to your hands.
You gotta tie your feet to
It's
your
all. It's like a dance. It's like a dance.
It's funny because it's not literal, but
I
like.
thought it was going like this, right?
Yeah,
Funny,
no.
man. But it's funny that you say that because tying, your feet and your eyes to the concept and all those things is really what makes or break guys at the next level in the NFL. You've proven that you have elite arm talent. I still remember, I think it was the Liberty Bowl against Texas Tech when you dropped 341 on them and ran for 80 yards and a touchdown. Like, we've seen you have those really blow up games where you're like, oh my goodness. Now you're sitting there at 6'5" and, running how you run, showing all the explosive athleticism. I think that's attractive to an NFL team. But who have you been working with this offseason that's really helped you, tie everything together and clean everything up as you make the transition to the NFL?
I've been working in Orange County with 3D QB with Taylor Kelly, and he's working with Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, and I want to say Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, all of them. So I mean, they definitely been coaching me hard and training hard, and especially in the film room.
Yeah, this is definitely a place that they like to focus. Man, I might have to come out there to Orange
Come on.
County and
Don't go
get
to LA.
you. Say what?
Don't go to LA.
It's not Orange County. Is not LA.
Orange County is not LA.
We have established that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I might have to come out there for a day and get some work in with you. What you think about
Come
that?
on, let's do it.
You already know.
Let's do it.
We gonna go look at the flights.
I know
right
you
after
still got
this.
it.
Thank
He
you.
definitely does.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all are so nice. A big part of the combine is also the meetings you get to have with the teams. I don't know if you know exactly every single team, but like what teams did you meet with at the combine that were substantial?
I had a formal with the Jets. That was really good.
Okay.
I mean, informals, it was crazy. I mean, it'll be 15 minutes and you're going to the next coach. So I want to say it was about 20 teams that I met with informally. So I can't even off the dome. I really can't. Yeah.
What was your favorite meeting?
That's a really good question. I would say the most unique meeting was the Cardinals because they didn't really talk about like background or he just said like, what's the first thing that pops into your head? And it was like he said like NFL. Then he was like woman. Then he was like, well, he said girls. Then he was like, he just gave like some
What was your answer? When you
Robert's
said,
answer would be cereal,
no, stop it.
strawberry, Cheerios.
I mean,
You listen. Okay, listen.
my answer to my girls, I was like fiance because I got a fiance, so you feel me. So I had to,
Hey, we put
put
a
that
ring on it.
first.
About,
Yeah,
baby. There you go.
yeah. So I
Yeah,
had
they
to.
they're not about to catch you slipping.
Yeah, nah, can't.
So
Can't.
I know for me at the combine, I got a chance to meet with the Denver Broncos, and that was my favorite team growing up. So like being in that moment, you dream about going to the combine, you dream about running, doing all this different stuff, and to meet with them was really cool for me. Who was your favorite team growing up?
Cowboys. I'm from Dallas, so Dallas Cowboys.
Did you get a chance to
Yeah.
informal with the Cowboys?
I did not. I did not. No.
I'm gonna ask a random question here, but do you think the Cowboys are actually going to get it together now? Like, you think they can actually make a Super Bowl run?
If they draft Taylen
I feel like
Green,
there are a couple pieces. I feel like there
There
are a
you
couple
go.
pieces away. I
couple
feel
pieces.
like there are a couple pieces away.
One
Yeah.
piece, Taylen Green away.
You see, yeah. We gonna go with that. We gonna go with that. We gonna go with that.
So you talked about, watching Lamar Jackson, but when you were growing up, in Dallas. Who did you love to watch play, and like who did you model your game after?
Kyler Murray.
Ooh,
He grew up in Dallas. I trained with his dad since 8th grade. So I mean, he never lost a game in high school. I wanted to be like him and
yeah.
running how he runs with one hand. I was trying to do that in my little league game. Trying to do all that. Yeah, I would say that him definitely.
Can you imagine Taylen Green running next to Kyler Murray? Like,
Wait, hold
did you
on,
guys
hold
train
on.
together?
Are we talking about Kyler Murray, the Cardinals quarterback?
Yes.
How?
Yeah,
I still view Kyler Murray as like an NFL rookie, and then I'm think of him, and I'm like, how did you watch him growing up? But then I'm like, oh, they have like a 10-year age gap.
I mean, Kyler's been in the league for some time now,
But he still seems so young.
I mean, he looks young too. Kyler does it. We love Kyler. Kyler's a small quarterback,
definitely.
though. We understand.
Yeah, I'm Kyler biased. Kyler biased. I've been
So,
watching this since I was legit.
would that be something that you would look forward to if you were, because you looked up to him, you watched him since you were young, if the Cardinals were to give you an opportunity to go in there, and if he still ends up being there? I know there's some rumors going around that he might not be in Arizona, but would that be something that you would look forward to?
Definitely. I mean, I've talked to him a couple times before, picked his brain, and just being. I'm a soap, like, especially. I mean, when you're a rookie, you're like a freshman again, so you're just trying to take everything in and understand that it's a new chapter of your life. So I would definitely be grateful for that opportunity.
You know, I'm going to take this moment before we get to our next segment.
You go for it, baby.
And I think I know the perfect spot for you other than Arizona. I think the perfect spot for you in the NFL right now would be the Baltimore Ravens. And the reason I say that is
Ooh.
obviously I have a tie to Baltimore. I played there. I know Lamar, but I think your style of play suits that offense so well, and it'll give you an opportunity to come into the league, learn from a pro like Lamar, but also when your opportunity comes, you'll have an offense that is tailored to your skill set. And I think
Yeah.
that's very important for you going into the league. I don't think there's an offense you can't run, and that's something that I was also very, focused on when I was coming out. But I think it's an offense that you could certainly excel in, and that culture that they have there, play like a Raven, they have an identity. I think that would be perfect for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that, especially with Lamar learning under him. You can't complain about that at all.
No doubt about it. No
That
doubt
would be
about
a
it.
blessing for sure.
Small businesses are the backbone of the American economy, but getting funding from traditional banks is an uphill battle. Of the 36 million small businesses in the U.S., over 70% report needing additional capital every year. While revenue is at an all-time high, big banks are tightening standards and approving fewer loans than ever, leaving owners stuck with mountains of paperwork. But if you want bank rates without the bank delays, check out Cardiff.co/RG3 for up to $500,000 in same-day funding. Cardiff is the largest privately held small business lender in the U.S., having funded over $12 billion since 2004. Their application takes less than 5 minutes, has no impact on personal credit, and approvals happen in minutes with same-day funding. Banks try to lock out small businesses. Cardiff has the key. Big banks may not want to approve your business loans, but Cardiff does. If you've been in business for at least a year and are pulling in $20,000 a month in revenue, apply now for up to $500,000 in same-day business funding at cardiff.co/RG3. Again, that's cardiff.co/RG3. Real growth, fast funding. Cardiff, borrow better.
All right, we have a little segment called a hot seat segment. When you left Boise State for Arkansas, what was the real deciding factor there?
You're saying like why I transferred or why I picked Arkansas?
Give me both.
Both. I would say our coach got fired midway through, so it was really didn't know what the next chapter was. So of course, a lot of prayer, a lot of talking to my parents about it. Hit the transfer portal. Didn't really know what was out there. Just had to walk by faith at that point. Then, well, of course, went to Arkansas, but Coach Petrino, he flew to Boise and we met for like 2 hours at a breakfast spot. talking ball. Then took a visit there, had like 5 visits lined up. Arkansas was the first one. Fell in
KCD.
love with it, and yeah, I mean the rest is history. The rest is history. And with Coach Pitt too, Coach Pittman. He he's definitely he's really, you can really relate to him. You can really build that connection and that relationship, and that's what I did. And I love him, and I'm still calling to this day. So
Yeah, we always gonna keep it real on this show. So tell us how much of a impact NIL had on that decision.
I'm gonna be real, not a lot,
Of it.
not a lot. I mean, Boise, we ain't really have a lot of NIL, so I wasn't really keen into that world. But I'll say after the first year of Arkansas, like my second year, I could have hit the transfer portal, and like schools were offering like double what Arkansas was paying me, so NIL was never a thing. So I took a pay cut to stay in Arkansas.
Now
Good thing that worked out.
that's a quote. You took a pay cut to stay in
Mhm.
Arkansas. What made you stay? What made you stay in Arkansas, knowing that you could make double
Yeah,
going somewhere else?
I mean, relationships is a big thing with me. My development with Coach Petrino, Coach Pitt, just felt like home at Arkansas. I love Arkansas. I love Fayetteville. There's not a lot to do there, but they ride and die for the Hogs. There ain't nothing but the Hogs there. And of course, prayed about, and I felt, God was leading me to, stay there. He wasn't finished with me. And of course, really, last year didn't really go as how we all planned it, but, God don't make mistakes. It's all according to his plan. So,
Did it hurt you to leave Boise State and then watch them go to the college football playoffs?
oh, no, not really. Nah. I would say it hurt me most because I was leaving. One of my best friends, my cousin was actually there too. Ashton, he's one of my best friends. James, like people that are going to be in my wedding. So that hurt the most. But after that, I mean, I'm still keeping in touch with them, but I just want to see them do good, honestly, especially on the big stage. So
So do you think Ashton should have won the Heisman over Travis Hunter?
yes,
Okay,
definitely.
tell us why. Tell us why.
But like, I get Travis was like he did both, but like without Ashton on that team, they weren't going to make it all the way there. They weren't. I mean, he was the heart and soul of the team and heart and soul of the whole city. They going to probably, if they don't build a statue of him, something's wrong.
Yeah, he
Something's
definitely
wrong.
should get
They
a
got
statue.
to.
Yeah. And
What?
So
God.
I'll say that.
no, I was gonna say when it comes to Ashton, like we love Travis and we love Ashton. I got a chance to meet Ashton in New York for the Heisman. We know Travis really, really well. And you're right. It was the difference between the unicornism of what Travis was doing on both sides of the ball. But like when you look at running backs, I don't know if you could have a better season than what Ashton did. And if he can't win the Heisman with that, it's like, bruh,
Bruh.
what are we giving the Heisman out for? But I think it's big of you to kind of take that approach of you love those guys and you want to see them do well. But this brings us to the other conversation when it comes to NIL of what do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself a Boise State Bronco or an Arkansas Razorback? When you look back on your college career 20 years from now, what do you consider yourself?
You got to accept both. I mean, it's part of your journey. It's part of the journey that God's put me through. The things I learned in Boise, what it means to be on your own, especially from Texas all the way to Idaho.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was a crazy experience. Just got to figure things out. Mom and dad ain't there. Then in Arkansas, just being in the SEC and everybody's looking towards you and everybody's stopping you when you go into class and always got to be on your P's and Q's, no matter what. So I would say it was definitely a learning experience. That's why one of the reasons why I wear number 10. I feel like it's just a journey, God got me on. Um, so I've definitely got to embrace both.
What was the biggest difference between playing in the Mountain West Conference and then going to play in the SEC?
The stadium atmosphere, I would say that, and I would say, of course, the D line, the O line. They was in the SEC. They're moving. stay moving. So you got to, make your decision a lot quicker. And I'll say your margin of error is definitely very, very slim. If you miss inside in the SEC, it's going to be picked. Like I learned real quick. Then the other team's going to capitalize on that. They're going to get a touchdown. They're going to get points off of it. So I would say the margin of error is definitely a lot. What would you say? A lot thinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot thinner.
Pace of play. I always say the amount of fish on the field are different. And you'll see that when you get to the NFL. Like, everybody in the NFL can play. Everybody was an All-American in high school at some level, in college, and did all these different crazy things. So it becomes a game of centimeters.
All right, here's an out-of-pocket question for you. If you could delete one fan base from the internet, who are you choosing?
Delete?
Yep. Who trolls you the most online?
To be honest, I don't really be on social media like that during the season, so I don't really.
Smart man.
Good for you.
That's a question for like my fiance. She'll get like mad or something like she'll. Yeah, I really don't know that. Yeah, I don't know.
We got to get you and the fiance on the podcast next. I think that'll be a fun
Oh
conversation.
yeah.
All right, what is the biggest lie the fans believe about you?
What's the biggest lie? Cereal and Uncrustables was a crazy take too.
Yo.
We're just gonna start counting how much Robert can eat during the show.
I'm just hungry. I'm not gonna lie. I got my combine outfit on. I'm having
I
the
see that.
I'm having the sweats from thinking about all those workouts.
She's giving you more.
I would say the biggest. I mean, I'm tall and I'm big. I would say like I look maybe mad or mean. So I'm always gonna say hi. If somebody says hi, I'm gonna say hi and just how's your day? Just Southern hospitality. That's how my parents raised me. So I mean, just you see me, come and say hi.
Who are your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now? You don't have to put them in order, but just who are your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL?
You gotta go Pat Mahomes, Lamar,
Okay.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Right now, Sam Darnold,
okay,
and Matthew Stafford.
Hey, all mobile guys. The game has changed. The game has changed. All mobile guys, and people who think that Matt Stafford isn't mobile need to move along. They
move along.
They don't understand. Like the Matt Stafford that we all know is a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, that's Dallas.
That's Dallas.
Dallas, Texas.
Exactly.
All right, Taylen, would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Okay, hold on. A duck-sized horse.
Yep.
No, a horse-sized duck or 100.
A horse-sized duck.
Yes, so think of a duck that's the size of a horse or 100 duck-sized horses, so super little horses.
That's a scary duck. I ain't gonna lie.
That is a scary duck.
One. I'm doing the first one.
I would honestly probably too.
Yeah, I'm doing the first one.
Can you imagine the
I'm gonna find a way.
horses?
You're
gonna find a way.
You're gonna find a way
to
F that horse-sized duck up, huh? That's a scary looking duck, but 100 duck-sized horses?
All I can think is like a big ass rubber duck.
My goodness, man. So pregame for you. Do you have any pregame rituals?
Yeah, I normally write Bible verse on my sleeve, like on my tape, like my turf tape.
Okay.
And always just pray, really. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Are you a music guy?
I'm like, I'll listen to music like 15 minutes before I go out. Like, not like some people like listen to like the don't like for 2 hours before. Like, you can't peak too soon with me. Like, you can't peak too soon. I'm just in the moment. I'm not listening to no music. I'm not even looking at nothing. I'm just there. I'm just being where my 2 feet are.
Well, when you do put the music on 15 minutes before you go out, or up to 15 minutes before you go out, what is the song and artist that you like? All right, this is a go-to for me.
I first start with like Gorilla by Kodak.
Okay.
I'll do that. Then, of course, you can do Little Baby. Then after that, I'll go to like some Christian rap.
Okay.
To go out on the field just to get, my spiritual right. And let God lead.
Hey, it's spiritual warfare out there, so
I'm with you
100%. And you've mentioned now your faith in God and your parents and how they've instilled that into you a couple times, throughout this conversation. Just what does God mean to you?
He's everything. He's my foundation. I mean, Jesus is my savior. I wouldn't be here without him. Honestly, he's my strength. No matter if I play good, play bad, no matter if I fell short a couple times, well, a lot of times, he's gonna be there. And he's there to love me. Sometimes tough love, and that I have to see it, but also caring love also. His word is his word, his power, and it never fails. Everything else in this world failed, but that's the one thing that doesn't fail. And I'm appreciative of my parents to groom me and help me realize that at an early age. So
Yeah, we appreciate you, and we appreciate your faith as well, and your willingness to talk about it openly. And I just want you to know, like, going into the NFL, I know you came into college football pre-NIL, so you understand now how the dynamics have changed in college football. But a lot of guys, as they get to the NFL, they tend to lose their love for the game because they see so many business aspects of it. And I just want you to know that God is not going to ever put you in a position that you're not prepared for. He's not going to put you in a position that you can't overcome. And we're not always in control of everything, right? But when we do get that opportunity, it's how we respond that matters most. So you just keep the faith, keep that, what do we say? We get paid to play a child's game. It's supposed to be fun. So I just want to encourage you to keep that as you go through this NFL journey. And if you do, then you'll certainly love the results.
Preach, preacher.
Facts. I was about to say that. Facts.
Taylen, what do you want people to say about you 10 years from now?
I mean, made an impact, made a legacy. Not just because of my last name and just want my last name to mean something, but at the same time, we are all, speaking of faith, we are all visiting this earth. So when I'm not here, making an impact that what Jesus has done in my life. And I'm a big believer in leaving a place or leaving an organization better than what I found it. So I would say that.
Yeah, you certainly did that at Boise, and you certainly did it at Arkansas as well. You're exciting to watch. Last question, I guess, is I know you're a multi-sport guy because I think you have your long jump record at your high school or something like that. So we do our research over here. But were you a basketball guy?
I was. My family grew up basketball. Everything was basketball. My sister did basketball. Well, both my sisters did basketball. I stopped 8th grade because I needed to get more weight on me. I needed to gain weight because I was like $150 going to freshman year. So I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. So yeah, I can still shoot. I'll play horse now. I won't play no pickup.
Okay.
So I'll play some horse or some pig or something like that.
What's harder, playing quarterback in the SEC or guarding Caitlin Clark on a basketball court?
First one. There's a lot that goes into it.
There's a lot that goes into it.
I don't blame you for the answer.
No, I mean, playing quarterback is the hardest position in all of sports. Caitlin Clark might be the Steph Curry of the WNBA, but that is a difficult thing to try to compare. But
Right.
Stop eating.
I'm a growing boy, okay?
No, you're not.
All right, these Uncrustables be delicious, though. You can't lie.
Facts.
You can't lie
Though.
about that.
Oh my God.
But man, listen, we appreciate you coming on the show. Look forward to having you and your fiance on the show soon. We're gonna certainly make that happen. This NFL draft season for you is going to be extremely exciting. And I know whatever team gets you, man, they're going to get a humble young man who only wants to get better, who's going to do everything he possibly can to help the team be the best it can possibly be. We rocking with you. We believe you're a quarterback, just like you believe you're a quarterback. And we look forward to you going out there and proving all your doubters wrong, my guy.
Appreciate that. Appreciate you for having me.
Much love. We appreciate you, brother. And everybody else, make sure y'all like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that that subscribe button, leave in the comments what you thought about this interview with the legendary Taylen Green, and see if you can go put up some of those video game numbers in the 40, the broad jump, and the vertical like he did at the NFL Combine. I'm gonna tell you right now, you probably can't. We'll see y'all next
11-2
time.
is crazy.
Peace out.